my
they're
God.
like 15, 16 years old or something, and they get comments about, oh, your stomach looks big or something, like those kind of things, like if just like looking at those types of like criticism, like in my experience, it just like feels extremely like uncomfortable, weird, and just like it's like a voyeurism that's just allowed in our society, that just I find to be like extremely like, just like I don't even understand how people feel comfortable posting these types of things online. But like I just wanted to ask you, because like it's not something that I've experienced, but like what's the experience like of getting these unsolicited comments or criticisms about about yourselves and your bodies? It's just like I just don't understand it. That's why I'm asking this.
How much time you got?
Okay, really quickly, for me, like I said earlier, if anybody has watched the previous episodes, I please encourage you to do so, to kind of get to know my perspective on my own experiences with social media. But I've obviously gotten a lot of solicited comments with my pictures, and this is also due to the fact that your audience ranges from different ages. So everybody's on there. You have kids 15 and up. You have, young adults and old adults, maybe older adults. So everybody's commenting, everybody's saying, negative things, positive things, but even on the negative aspect, it's like, wow, I like, especially from a male's perspective, granted, they have their own thing that they're into, like type of women that they're into, but the type of like feeling that you have to want to now come and post something super negative about somebody that you don't even know, maybe, their skin tone, maybe their height, maybe the way they look, like weight wise, is just, it affected me for sure. Because I already have my own expectations as to how I want to look. So based off of that, if I feel like I'm not achieving it based off of how people are commenting and how people are receiving my content, it affects me. Like, I don't like to know that I'm too skinny or too big or too short or too dark. Like, I've already experienced that hand on in real life. So now on social media, you have a bigger platform. That means more people around the world having a say about how you look. But then again, you kind of self-examine yourself and you say, well, okay, maybe is this my fault? Maybe I shouldn't be posting these things. Maybe I could be able to avoid these type of comments. But I feel like, everybody has a right to post whatever they want to post. But at the same time, you have to be very self-aware and very conscious about, how you portray yourself. So at the end of the day, you can't be upset based off of what you post, how people are going to react. Anybody's going to react and everybody's going to react. Everybody's on social media. They're bored or this is just what they do. So think about how you feel and how you're receiving this, and whether you could change it or not, I don't know. But I feel like nobody at the end of the day should have a right to say anything mean, anything negative on people. Because at the end of the day, mental health is a big thing. Our own identity and figuring out who we are is a big thing. So it adds more fuel to the fire and takes a longer process on self-acceptance and self-awareness for everybody, male and female.
Yeah, like I know personally, my own experience, a lot of the time I don't get any, like, a lot of, like, the negatory comments that I get or the sexualized comments that I get don't come in my comments. They come to my DMs. So, there you go, you have your unsolicited dick pics, you have this guy that's just like, hi, I just want your attention. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want to give you my attention, like, I'm good. And then next thing you know, he's like, oh, let me do this, and I'm like, no, thank you. Like, it's been aggressive. And then, but at the same time, like, when it comes to the negative comments I do see under other people's photos, especially, like, males commenting under other males, I don't know if it's a joking, because when you're on social media, you're behind a screen, you can't tell tone. You can't tell if that person's being sarcastic or not, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, you'll see, like, these messages, and you're just, like, these comments, and you're like, okay, like, are they kidding? Are they not? Like, what's happening? What's the actual context behind this? And, like, it's just unnecessary. Like, it causes a lot of toxicness into someone's life, and it's just not needed. Like, it's just like, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it all. It's simple as that. Like, it's like, as you're saying, like, it's gonna add more fuel to the fire. When I get, like, especially, like, derogatory sexual things, because I am very open about my sexuality on social media. I have no problem. And so I'll get, like, these derogatory comments, and I'm just like, I will take it as, like, an education lesson for someone. Like, I will, like, post the photo, and, like, the screenshot that I got from someone, I'm like, hey guys, just an FYI, please do not be like this person. Like, it is unnecessary. Like, if you actually want to have a conversation with someone, be a human about it. Act as if that person actually has feelings, because they do. They're not just a screen that you're posting to. They're not a robot. Like, it's like, be human. Come on. And it's unnecessary.
And even on looking at just the world of social currency. So, as in likes, comments, reposts, whatever it is, like social media has found a way of, let's say, giving, I don't want to call it validation, but it does give you some type of validation when you... Exactly. So on that point, Cheyenne, you took off all your notifications. I know Instagram, like, they moved towards, like, right now it's official, like, at least in Canada, I believe, like, we can't see each other's likes. How much Cheyenne, did you like that move to remove the likes and just diminish kind of the validation we find in social media?
I loved it a whole lot more because it gave me almost like the opportunity to post what I wanted and when I wanted to. I didn't have to go by, oh, it's 4 p.m. on a Tuesday. That's when you're gonna get your most likes. Like, it's just ridiculous, because that's how bad it got at one point for me. Because it was just like, well, this person that looks the same as me, same attractiveness level, in my opinion, she's getting like 900 likes, and I'm getting like 100. And I'm like, okay, like, what's going on here? So, like, the fact that they removed that like feature and, like, the whole, like, counting the numbers and stuff, I was very much for it, and I now just post what I want, and I post, like, I don't care about what exactly I'm posting, as long as I have, like, a message behind it, kind of thing.
Right.
Like, if someone's just like, oh, like, what's going on? What's the meaning of this? And, like, I'm just like, okay, I will go and, like, I'll begin to almost, like, educate and not, like, knowledge them on, like, what it's about, kind of thing. So it's helpful in that way a lot, instead of me being like, oh, well, that's not gonna fit with the feed and get me amount of likes I'm not gonna, like, kind of thing. So it's just like, I was very much for getting rid of seeing the amount of likes, that's for sure. And, like, comparing myself to other girls and other guys' posts and seeing, like, oh, they have, like, this amount of likes and I can't get, like, nowhere close, kind of thing. So, like, it was a good thing for me personally.
For me, coming from, being, I guess, a social media influencer, so to speak, because I was still using that platform. So
for those who don't know, at her peak, Nadia had 100K plus at her peak.
Holy cow, girl! I'm like excited. I'm like, I'm at 900. Cool.
No, for real. No, at a time when I had that many followers, yes, it's frustrating because, you have influencers, apart from myself, needing the amount of likes to qualify to be an influencer or to qualify to be a social ambassador. So if you have, what do you call it? Industries or organizations or businesses that want to, like, message you and want to do business with you, part of the requirements is the amount of engagement, not just the amount of likes that you have, but the amount of comments. So that played a lot in your business and how you're going to be able to get income for certain people. I wasn't necessarily having a huge income from social media, but I did gain a lot of monetary benefits from it. So based off of that, it was irritating. I can't lie, because now people can't really know, okay, is this person truly an influencer? Are all these likes accounted for? Are all these followers accounted for? We see the engagement. That was very difficult. But then over time, even just on my personal journey of transitioning from being a social influencer to just being myself on social media, I gradually understood that it was very, very toxic. I mean, at the end of the day, Instagram is only going to benefit those who have or who use these platforms for monetary means, like the Kardashians of the world, or like other people, musicians and etc. You will even notice even today, some of these accounts, you could still be able to see the amount of likes. So I guess it really depends on the status and how much it benefits you and how, privileged you are on social media already to be able to take advantage of this new thing called likes. So now where I am today, it doesn't affect me. I feel like I've gained a lot of peace from not knowing how many people view your page or like your posts. I could just post however I want to post and go about my day. Now, granted, you might, as a female, like somebody and you might anticipate them liking your comment or liking your picture or, saying something under your pictures. Let's be honest. I still do that. But at the end of the day, it's not more so focused on who you are as a person. Like, okay, I know that I get this amount of likes and this is going to affect how I feel about myself. It's more so about, okay, who's really paying attention to your content? Do they like what you're posting in general? If that's the case, cool. They keep it pushing. If they don't, they keep it pushing. That's just it. You know what I mean? We're not looking to see who has the amount of likes or who doesn't have the amount of likes. And I would like to add, finally, the whole idea of not being able to see what kind of posts other people have liked. That's a section where you can see
the little following thing.
Exactly, the
stalk your man
the following tab. I think that has saved a lot of relationships. Let me tell you.
That was so toxic, man. No.
Oh
man.
My goodness, because to add to the argument, imagine you are going about your day, you're on your social media liking whatever you like, and somebody else is going to message you the next day and say, well, guess what? I seen you at 2 a.m. liking booty pics. What's going on? What's going on? What type of accounts are you following? And I think in terms of the privacy, it helps a lot of people just, hey, look up what you want to look up, like what you want to like. But on top of that, I feel like, I don't know, it saves you the drama, it saves you the headache, it saves you the insanity that it could create when being so aware of what other people are doing on social media. Because I don't think social media was intended for it to be like that. I think it was just more so, okay, you post what you post. It's just a platform to post what you want to post. And that's just it. So it's a good transition. I like it.
What's funny about that feature was that, we had like a boys group chat back in high school. Mans were getting exposed, like, yo, you're liking this, what are you doing? Like, it was really, the group chats were hilarious back in high school.